When Adrian Cole, a billionaire feared for his sharp tongue and colder heart, walked into the luxury lobby of his newest hotel, the entire staff stiffened like statues. His reputation followed him everywhere, ruthless, arrogant, and used to treating people like they were beneath him. That morning, he noticed a woman in worn-out clothes quietly cleaning the marble floor. Her name was Alina, a poor single mother working extra hours to support her sick child. Without hesitation, Adrian insulted her in front of everyone, mocking her appearance and calling her a stain on his perfect hotel. The staff froze, unsure whether to look away or comfort her. But Alina didn't flinch. Her calm eyes held a truth far deeper than Adrian's shallow pride. He believed she was powerless, but moments later, he would face a truth that would shatter his arrogance and expose the cost of judging those he didn't understand. Alina wasn't always trapped in hard labor. Once, she was a top student studying hospitality management before life shattered her dreams. After her husband passed away, she worked multiple jobs to survive, carrying silent strength that no uniform could hide. Adrian, meanwhile, inherited everything: wealth, hotels, and a dangerous sense of superiority. He believed poor people were failures, and he treated them like disposable shadows. When he mocked Alina, expecting her to break down or beg, she simply continued cleaning, refusing to give him the reaction he craved. That quiet confidence irritated him more than any insult. What he didn't know was that Alina carried something he desperately needed, something powerful enough to turn the entire scene upside down. The woman he humiliated would soon reveal a truth that would not only expose his ignorance, but also change the fate of his company forever. Later that afternoon, Adrian held a major meeting with investors in the same lobby where he had belittled Alina. He demanded perfection: fresh flowers, spotless surfaces, flawless service. As the investors arrived, one of them, a respected global hotel chain owner, stopped abruptly when he saw Alina. To Adrian's shock, the investor rushed toward her with warm familiarity. "Alina, is that really you?" he asked, astonished. Adrian froze, unable to understand how someone so important knew a woman he had just insulted. The investor explained that Alina had once saved his failing resort with her brilliant ideas during an internship years ago. She was the reason his business survived. Adrian's confident smile vanished. The investor turned to him sternly and asked why she was cleaning floors instead of managing hotels. Adrian had no answer. Alina, still calm, revealed the truth. She once applied for a management position at Adrian's company, but was rejected without even an interview because she lived in a poor neighborhood. Gasps filled the room as investors exchanged looks of disappointment. Adrian felt the weight of humiliation crash onto him, with the same force he once used to belittle others. But the twist wasn't over. The global investor announced he was searching for a new regional director for his international branch and had been hoping to find Alina again for years. Right there, in the same lobby where she was insulted, he offered her the position. Adrian stood speechless as Alina accepted, her voice steady and graceful. Suddenly, he was no longer the most powerful person in the room. Investors questioned Adrian's judgment, pointing out his bias, arrogance, and inability to recognize talent. They threatened to pull out unless he changed his leadership style. Adrian's empire began to crumble, not from financial loss, but from the loss of trust. Alina, now promoted and respected, approached him one last time. "You judged me because you only saw dirt on my shoes," she said quietly. "But you never looked at the truth in my work." Adrian bowed his head, unable to meet her eyes. The staff watched in awe. Justice had arrived without anger, without revenge, only truth. Weeks later, Alina walked confidently through her new office in a tall glass building overlooking the city. She had become a symbol of dignity rising above injustice. Adrian, meanwhile, attended mandatory leadership training after investors forced him to change. His arrogance faded, replaced by a humbled silence. One day he visited Alina's new branch, not as a billionaire seeking dominance, but as a man seeking forgiveness. She listened, her heart clear of bitterness. "I forgive you," she said. "Not for your sake, but for my peace." He thanked her quietly, understanding the depth of the lesson she taught him. As she watched him leave, Alina felt no triumph, only closure. Her journey proved that respect cannot be bought, and true power belongs to those who rise with grace after being pushed down. From that day onward, her story inspired thousands. reminding the world that humility is the richest wealth a person can hold.